Someone is having a major issue with Fisker. This person basically wanted to order a Fisker vehicle, and the deposit supposedly was $0 that was required to configure the vehicle. But Fisker actually took $1,000 from the bank account. This person had a support ticket open for months, but Fisker refused to make it right. Eventually, though, the bank sided with the customer. But this whole situation is a bit weird. How come Fisker is not taking care of this? I can certainly understand, okay, it happened accidentally and then they make it right within like a week or so, but it's been a few months. And their EV has been called the worst car ever by Marcus Brownlee. It's not just the worst EV that Marcus has ever reviewed, it's the worst car, period, that he has ever reviewed. So if you know anyone that wants to buy a Fisker, try to convince them not to. Lucid's earnings will be reported on Wednesday, so that will be a fun day. Speaking of lucid dreaming, occasionally I take L-theanine, which helps me have many more dreams, and I just feel more refreshed when I wake up. If you don't really have many dreams, you will be more tired when you wake up. And I have been having some vivid dreams of Lucid going back. Here's another update on that company that made supposedly a Tesla killer. This company is near bankruptcy, and according to reports, only certain employees will be paid after March 15th. And this is perhaps one of the most interesting charts ever made related to EVs. This is free cash flow history of pure EV makers. You can see Tesla here, and keep in mind that Tesla was really positioned extremely well to become profitable eventually. So I think it's harder to do it again compared to before if you were starting from scratch, because the timing was better. There wasn't really any significant competition. No one was really trying seriously. Maybe if you have a crap ton of money that you're willing to waste, it's a bit easier to make an EV in the first place. Yes, but to make it profitably and to sustain that profitability and compete effectively with Tesla, I think it's extremely difficult still. But you can see so many companies here that still have a long way to go, if you just look at how long it took for Tesla, before they even have a chance of actually becoming profitable. Rivian is, but Rivian does have Amazon to back it. So it's only up to Amazon really to decide, is Rivian going to stick around or not. But Lucid, yeah, I don't know. How is Lucid going to survive? Polestar, they're not doing great. I remember seeing one Tesla stock investor say around this time, when Polestar went up a lot right here in a very short amount of time, it basically doubled. I remember hearing things like, don't you wish that you had some money in Polestar? Well, if you didn't sell it and you just kept the money in there now, you would be down 71%. It's down 96.34% from its all-time high. I have a set of life philosophies, and one of them is to stay far away from Polestars, by which I mean strippers. That has been a good decision that I have made in my life. Oh, wow. Matt Haken, a Polestar dealer, is sharing insight into market conditions. He says, we have to give cars away right now. I think people don't mind trying a Polestar, but committing to one, I think, where the issue is.
But we're just at this point right now where it's like the great recession of EVs right now. It's really, really tough. It's really competitive. And, we're trying to sell as many as we can, but we have to give them away like everyone else.
A lot of wraps that I have seen, I didn't particularly like, but this one looks pretty good in this Cybertruck, I think. Maybe not the best, but it's pretty decent. BYD is buying back its own stock. When do you think Tesla is going to do a stock buyback? I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I just talked about it, by the way, recently. If you missed it, you can go to my Clips channel and watch this video. There's a rumor going around that Ford Lightning will have some big price cuts this week. Do you think this has anything to do with the Cybertruck? I think a little bit, yeah. There's more bad news for Californian EV startup Fisker, as it now faces a possible delisting from the Nasdaq due to low stock prices for 30 consecutive days. Fisker reports that it has received a non-compliance notice from the New York Stock Exchange as its stock has closed below around $1 for 30 straight trading days, reports Automotive News. Failure to comply can lead to a delisting, but Fisker has 6 months to regain compliance. Look at that sharp drop. Oof. This is a pretty interesting feature. This would be really useful in Canada. Maybe not in Vancouver over here, but certainly in some parts of Canada. I would love to have this feature. If Tesla ever comes out with that feature, it's going to be called a dog shake. Elon reposted this post just now. This is about OpenAI. Over the entrance of OpenAI, it used to say, liberty consists in the division of power, absolutism in concentration of power. Elon answered this question, so did your founding donation turn into equity or what happened to it? It isn't clear to me how the OpenAI structure is legal at all. I was offered shares at various points, but it seemed unethical or illegal to accept them. I thought this was pretty funny. I'm starting to think ex-Tesla employee and current Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson hashed with Elon a plan to drain the Saudis off their oil money. BYD launches a $15,000 EV, kicking off a price war with gas cars. This EV has 5 models priced between $15,000 and $19,400. And it has a fairly decent range if you go with a more expensive model. And like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Thank you so much for watching.